20 секунд лишилось.
Hello, I'm Alina Frolova. Welcome at Ukraine Media Center at Ukrinform. It is 186th day of the war. I will begin the briefing with recalling that we have a Remembrance Day, so let us begin with a minute of silence for our defenders. Thank you so much. It's quite symbolic that our today's first briefing will be about documenting the things made on the front lines, the contributions of regular people into our victory. And we are here at the opening of exhibition Warriors of Light. This is a part of the larger project Unbroken Nation, which has been there since 2013. So we have with us the head of Ukrinform. We have Vitaly Sarantsev from ArmyINFORM. We have Stepan Kubiv of Ukraine's human rights organization Memorial, and also Oleksandr Sviatotskyi, editor-in-chief of the Law of Ukraine magazine, the author of the idea of the exhibition. So let us hear the welcoming word from Ukrinform. Dear colleagues, everyone who is here, I'm grateful for your participation in this exhibition. I'm pleased to see you here, and I believe all of us have to be grateful to those who are fighting in the front lines today. Thanks to their skills, thanks to their force, we are able to be here in this wonderful room and to see the photos made by our photo reporters. All of us, since February 24, are living and our life is divided into two parts, before and after February 24. So each of us is fighting, some of us on the battlefield, some of us informationally, some as territorial defense, some as civilians, but all of us are bringing this victory over fascism closer. And Ukrinform, just as 100 years ago, is fighting on the informational battlefield. So I would like to demonstrate here an issue of Ukrainian Culture magazine of 2015. So here Ukrinform was hosting Lina Kostenko, the a famous Ukrainian writer, and we were organizing sending of literature to the Eastern Front. Lina was assigning the books for Ukrainian Warriors of Light, and this is exactly the name of our today's exhibition. Here you will see the best photos made by Ukrinform and ArmyINFORM. You will hear more about this from my colleagues, and I would like to welcome you once again in this room and to inform that this exhibition will be available for more than a month, and for the first week or two it will be here in our room number 1 press center. Later it will be displayed in the windows of our building, so everyone passing by will see the photos. And I wish all of us victory as fast as possible. Glory to Ukraine, glory to the heroes. Thank you. And now let's welcome Vitaly Sarantsev. We know that there will be 40 pictures from the front lines. How did you make the selection of these works? Dear friends and dear colleagues, as it has been mentioned, this work has been going on since 2014, since the very beginning of the Russo-Ukrainian war. Our colleagues are there at the front lines every day. They are filming, they are documenting every minute of this war. I have read a long time ago that a photo is the art of a moment, and indeed, this is true. Behind every photo, there is an entire world. Behind every person in these photos, there is a story, there is a person's life. And it's a pleasure that we are launching this exhibition here at Ukrinform. Our colleagues have contacted us with this proposal to provide some pictures, so you can see some works from our colleagues from the information agency and also from the press officers of the brigade. So the selection indeed is a very difficult process. There are thousands of them, and to select the ones depicting those moments best, it's indeed a complex task. A little spoiler here, in the photo album that will be published later, the number of pictures will be much bigger, but right now I would like to express gratitude to the organizers, to the Ukrinform for our ability to join this beautiful and necessary project. We journalists are fighting with our word, with our pictures, and each of them is indeed a weapon against the enemy. And I hope that we can also win the hearts of our people who are supporting our army and waiting for our victory. So right now let us hear, Mr. Stepan, how you have joined this process, and is there any codification of this manner? Is it going to be used in the future? Glory to Ukraine, glory to you. Thank you, Ukrinform. The All-Ukrainian Memorial Organization, named after Vasyl Stus, a human rights organization, working together with Matei and organization Law of Ukraine. Over 30 years of joint activity have made a photo recording of Ukrainian reality, indeed depicting the history of our nation. For hundreds of years, we have shown the renaissance of the Ukrainian nation, and it's in fact 130th anniversary of this renaissance. So it's a combination of dignity, of truth, and the roots of our ancestors, as well as responsibility for our future. So each photo you can see today is a part of that. It brings in the energy of truth and unbreakability of our nation. You're probably aware that 30 years ago, we, Memorial, have shared the historical truth of the civil war, of the numerous uprisings that existed against Russians and for our identity. There are many trials before us, and I wish the restoration of Ukraine's integrity in full, but no matter what, our nation will prevail, as Semenenko, the famous writer, has once mentioned. Today we have commemorated with a minute of silence those who have given their lives. And the most valuable thing that we can give back is our memory. So over the 1,000 years of Ukraine's nation, we have been fighting against the Muscovites who have tried to subjugate us, but this time they have met a proper response. Every volunteer, every person who is contributing to this fight is building together the continuity for our future generations. Therefore, we are here presenting this exhibition on the Remembrance Day, the day of remembrance of those who have died for the independence of our country. There was a Green Corridor 2013 through the fields and sunflowers, the place where hundreds of Ukrainians died. The sunflower is the symbol of eternity, of our identity for the future generations. Today is the day of all the heroes who died for our country. So we are mentioning their names in prayers daily, those who are giving their most precious thing, their life, on the battlefields, fighting for our country. On this Remembrance Day, through all these tears, blood, and anger, we are thinking about those killed and tortured by the enemy. Still, we have to believe, we have to work daily with this faith that we will be as strong and stronger than we are today. So together with our colleagues from Memorial, I would like to present to Ukrinform the book, The Ideologist of Our Modernity, Lev Kharchenko. This is the book National Idea and National Will. And also the dossiers of Ukraine, of the Chekhov, the Soviet Union. So this is a truth from the archives. In 2010, 2011, we were persecuted as an organization for sharing this truth. We were excluded from the registry, but our spirit is unbreakable. And I believe that these books that will be available in Ukrinform, based on historical truths from the archive, will be unveiling the truth. So 167 books that I have mentioned. This is something for which I would like to express gratitude to our partners, because this photo exhibition we are doing together is a way to share it. Also, I would like to share the long list of families who have contributed, and these are their names. So these are the people who, over the time of 25 years, were participants of our project, and it's not the first project that we are presenting here with Ukrinform. It's already the 5th project. Glory to Ukraine, and glory to every one of you. Glory to the heroes. Oleksandr, now let us hear about the idea and what exactly you wanted to share here. Dear Ukrainians, it's 187th day since the beginning of the full-scale, unprovoked, and atrocious war. And this terrible war was started by Kremlin's bloodthirsty dictator, Putin, who is the author, organizer, and implementer of this nightmare. His main task is the liquidation of Ukrainian statehood, liquidation of Ukrainians, their language, their culture, and in essence, the liquidation of Ukrainian civilization. I would like to recall the prophetic poem by Lina Kostenko, written back then in 2015, which makes a lot of sense in the current situation. The atrocity and terror and blood and the enemy hordes, the little gray man has caused a lot of evil. Where are you looking, big nation? Today it's us, and tomorrow it's you. So I would like to depart from the event that's happening today and point out the fact that this desire to destroy Ukraine and everything that's Ukrainian is here for over 300 years. All the Russian regimes intended to do that. And in the times of Moscow Kingdom, and then the Russian Empire, and then in the times of Bolsheviks and the Soviet Union, and finally, right now, in the times of the Russian Federation, till this day. So why do they have this hatred? What is the reason, you might ask, why Russia, why Moscow hates Ukrainians so much? I'm not a historian, I'm a lawyer, but I was indeed interested in the issues of statehood, so it's no coincidence that we are celebrating the Day of Ukrainian Statehood. So when Stepan Kubiv was the prime minister, we initiated this fundamental research, and finally President Zelensky has listened to us, and right now this day was introduced as a holiday. So we have celebrated the first anniversary of this holiday this year. So what is the reason of the Russians' hatred? The reason is the historical truth that the Ukrainians hold. And basically in the 18th century, Peter the Great has signed a decree according to which the Moscow Kingdom has changed its name. The Muscovites became the Russians, and the official name, Moscovia, was substituted with another name. The name is Russia. So this became the name for the name was borrowed from the powerful state that existed here before the Kievan Rus, and we, Ukrainians, are the only heirs of this great nation. And the thing that Muscovites did, they have basically appropriated, they have stolen these things from us. And the Muscovite king did this with support of Ukrainian collaborators, to use the modern day language. I will not say their names here, but one was from Kyiv, another from Galicia. They got high offices, the head of Kyiv Michaela Academy, and the head of the Synod of the Orthodox Church. Just like now in the occupied territories, many people are betraying our nation to get high offices. So you can see that there is quite a clear background, quite a clear message here. And today we would like to offer to our president and to our nation something in which you probably will take in part as well. You will be voting for the fact that this has happened. The Ukrainian history has been stolen. The Ukrainian church, the Ukrainian national heroes, Ukrainian men of culture, of statehood. Also, there was a policy of Russification that's still going on, with the intention of separating the nation from the inside and blurring its borders, thus making sure that Ukrainians cease to exist. Many different attempts have been made over the centuries, but we always sprang back to life. Therefore, of course, the more appropriate name would be not the Independence Day, but the day of restoring independence. So it's not the topic of today, but I'm still drawing your attention to this because the historical mission for us Ukrainians is to destroy this empire of the evil. We have to do this, and I believe we will do it. It's a moment of truth. We are paying a high price for this victory, and surely today, looking at our wins and also our setbacks in this war, we also wanted to contribute to this victory somehow. So this is how we got this idea of documenting the events, of joining our forces together, and I'm glad that ArmyINFORM is joining us, whom we met recently, and also Ukrinform, our long-standing partner, and also Голос Ukraine, the famous Ukrainian newspaper, and also Memorial, headed by Stepan Kubiv. So we have found this way to express this, and I actually would encourage not to wait till the day of publishing our album. So we started with this photo exhibition. It's the first one that we are presenting here. The name is The Warriors of Light. The name comes from a poem by Lina Kostenko, for the first time read here in 2015. And there will be other exhibitions as well. We are getting ready for the next one already. It will be commemorating the National Defenders Day on the 14th of October. We are still looking for the best name. Maybe this is our land or the moments of war. There are other ideas as well. So we will announce it later, and we will be indeed commemorating our warriors with this work, because right now they are fighting for the today and for the tomorrow, paying with their own lives for this. Here we can see, for instance, the photo of Vasily Slepak, who is not with us anymore, but he is there on the photos, a well-known singer, by the way. And here is a volunteer from Kyiv who has been buried recently, Mr. Ratoshny. You can see his photo here as well. So they are looking at us from the photos with a face that we will continue fighting for this independence, something that was Ukrainians' aim for hundreds of years, this freedom, this independence, and today I believe we will be able to defend our freedom and independence. So let us always have this great flag of freedom, the flag of our defenders, warriors of light. Glory to Ukraine. Glory to the heroes. Thank you so much. Are there any questions, dear journalists? If yes, our participants are ready to answer. I'm from Ukrinform. I have a question to the representative of ArmyINFORM. You have mentioned the plans to publish a photo album. Can you share more about what exactly is going to be shared in the album? What will be the number of copies, number of photos? Yes, we are working on this on a regular basis. Each year we are publishing an album, sometimes united with some subject, sometimes not. This year we are working together with Oleksandr, and so this selection of photos done by Oleksandr and Mr. Kubiv, they are publishing and we are providing the photos. We also have some projects of our own. Some of them have been published this year, so we are working on the next publications as well. All of these photos are coming from our photo reporters and the press officers of the brigades who are there at the front lines, and even my colleagues who are in this room right now. In a couple of days, they will travel back to the front lines. So most probably in the future exhibitions, there will be some photos that they make. We have considerable experience in creating this storyline of a Ukrainian nation. In total, we had over 18,000 pictures in this documentary. We were also documenting the Orange Revolution, the Revolution of Dignity, and right now, with all that database of historical pictures, we intend to make up a unique album. But also, there is a book, Ukrainian Statehood, that was in the preparation for 17 years. Right now, it is being translated into English and digitized. Actually, it has been already translated into English, and this is what we intend to do with our other publications as well, because the Ukrainian nation is a nation of truth and freedom. Thank you. So this is our popular science publication. It's about the Ukrainian statehood, but also we have a photo book, which you have seen as well. So we have updated our publications, and I'm glad that when I was coming here for my doctoral studies, my professor requested that I remember the Ukrainian statehood all the time. These were the times of the Soviet power, and he shared the stories with us unofficially, but I couldn't even believe that I will be partaking in such research as a lawyer, and this is something that we have completed. So this is something, a copy of which we would like to give to our photo reporters. We have the 4 copies of this book. Please give us the names. So here we have the works by Irina Rybakova, also our reporter Oksana Ivanets, Lilia Kuzminova, and also Tatiana, whose last name I unfortunately don't remember. So these are the members of this project who are getting this gift, commemorating their outstanding work and displaying the truth in these powerful photos. So please share these gifts with your photo reporters, and we will also have some financial rewards for them. And also we have a gift for the reporters of Ukrinform, 2 of them. Give us the names, please. This is our Kharkiv reporter, Mr. Madievsky, and also our reporter in Zaporizhia region. What's his name? Petro Smolyenko. Oh, Dmitro, actually. So these are the 2 gifts for them, and also we've got some financial awards for them as well. Thank you so much. This is the great fortune that we have such people writing down history. I wish you successful work. Let us have more albums in the future. Let them have the photos not only of difficult times, but the photos after our victory. We have no doubts about that, absolutely. Can you imagine? If we have 5 out of 10 people with doubts, we will not get the results. But we have no doubts. We will prevail. Glory to Ukraine. Glory to the heroes. And also, here we actually, it's time for us to finish. So let us finish the stream, and in the meantime you will have the time to speak with the audience and select the best works. Thank you.